What you're about to listen to is a Bry-Fy production. Comic book reviews. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Bry-Fy podcast. I'm your host, Bry-Fy, your comics guy. And with me is RJ. Wait, why are we waiting?
Hey, welcome back. We're on the podcast.
The RJ podcast?
For the flatty flippers.
The flappity flippers.
Flatty flippers.
Is that Octonauts?
Yes.
Yes. Nice.
I'm gonna go podcast.
Oh, awesome, bud.
You are
You are silly, and that's why I enjoy you.
Okay.
You don't gotta yell.
Boy, turd.
You called me a turd, you dork. Oh, man. So, hey, guys, welcome back to another episode. Short one for you guys today. I know it's late. It's Saturday night as I'm recording this. I tried to record it in the car on the way to work. Why are you telling me This is why I record in the car.
Dad?
What?
I'm thirsty.
You're thirsty?
And milk.
Oh, you weren't shushing me. You were doing like the straw sound.
Milk.
You want some milk?
I'm gonna be back.
All right. Yeah, I'll be right back. So, guys, after this short break, I'm going to get my son some milk. And we're going to get into some nifty nerd news. All right, guys, up first in the nifty nerd news, we'll start off with some sad news.
Okay, here we go. A flatty flipper.
That's right. So yeah, RJ hopefully is going to make this better. No. So sadly, we lost an actress this past weekend. One that I'd kind of grown up watching. And
No.
No, we didn't. RJ. So sadly, Michelle Trachtenberg passed away. That is not funny, RJ.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is sad.
Oh no.
Yeah, someone passed away.
It's happy.
Yeah, we want to be happy though, because
Oh no.
you know what? She did a lot of cool stuff. She did a lot of cool
Daddy?
movies. What?
Oh no, it's RJ is crying.
RJ's crying inside.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna try to be happy, even though it's sad.
Yes.
But so Michelle was. Yes, RJ, you're gonna say some more.
What? It's so sad.
It's okay, buddy. It's okay. Okay, you don't need to cry on the microphone.
Okay.
But Michelle was famous for being in Gossip Girl, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Harriet the Spy is when I kind of first knew her. Don't clap too loud, buddy.
Right here.
Yeah, right here.
Okay.
And she'd done a bunch of like other TV credits and stuff like that. But for me, like I always remembered her as like Harriet the Spy, like on the old Nickelodeon shows. I think she played the daughter in the Inspector Gadget movie. And then the next thing I really remember her in was Euro Trip, playing the sister and looking so fresh. RJ, cover your ears. No. But yeah, sadly, she passed away. I think it was just like this past week. As it turned out, from what I've read, she was actually having health issues and got a liver transplant. And it appears that there was complications with the transplant. And that's what ultimately led to her death. So really sad. And, my heart goes out to the family and friends. And
It's not sad.
yeah, we try to remember the good times, buddy. Man, that's what we tried to do. And so maybe RJ helped make it a little less painful. Moving on to the next bit of nifty nerd news. So Marvel and DC came out with a joint announcement. Hey, turn it down. You can't play it. Turn it down. There are copyright things. We can't have Naruto music playing.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. All right. So at Comics Pro, the DC and Marvel editors-in-chiefs, Marie Javins, I think that's how you say it, and CB Sabuski? I can't say his name. I don't know how to say it right. which is kind of weird because RJ is singing in the background. Anyway, they came out in a joint news or like
Daddy,
panel announcement saying that Marvel and DC are going to be working together again.
Daddy, wait!
What?
Stand back.
Stand back.
This is the Archie singing. No, Archie singing.
No, we can't sing on the microphone.
I can't.
I mean, you can. That's what a microphone's designed
He
for.
sang hold on tight.
Are you singing Naruto?
Yes.
All right, how's it go?
And singing. All
right.
right, here it comes.
Here it comes.
He sang hold on tight. Tunawa. Danny mo. Danny mo. Majina. Sang day. Not the morning. Tunawa. Danny mo. Danny mo. One more time.
One more time.
Hooray!
Good job, buddy.
Yes.
Good singing.
Yeah.
Now I don't remember where I was. We're talking about DC and Marvel. So they announced at Comics Pro that they are going to be doing a crossover event now. That's going to be released later this year. So far, they have 2 one-shots planned. One will be titled Marvel/DC, and the other one will be titled DC/Marvel and be produced by DC. So, like the one with Marvel first is done by Marvel, the one with DC first is done by DC. Now, we haven't seen this done since like the early 2000s, I think, or like when was like the amalgam universe and all that, like in like Marvel versus DC and stuff like that. Like that was way back then, right? So it's been 20 years, man, or some crap like that, which I don't know, man, but I'm excited because this potentially could mean more shared work between the two. I'm not saying like, oh, we're going to join our universes together and make a Marvel DC combined universe. But, you know, having the two companies work together and be a part of each other's lives like this can only help, right? Like, they have to work together. I mean, we always talk about how the comic book industry is struggling every year after year. And so having them work together and realizing, hey, you know, when the water rises, all boats float. So let's team up. Let's be the unstoppable force that we were meant to be. The big two. But, yeah. Anyway, moving on. RJ, turn down the music. I want this episode to be able to air.
Sorry.
It's okay. Thank you, buddy. I love you. But, oh, you're the best. Anyway, up next in the Nifty Nerd News, Star Wars boss, or I guess CEO, or editor chief person. I don't actually know exactly what she is. I just know she's like the lead of Star Wars. Kathleen Kennedy is actually set to leave Lucasfilm. Her contract is expiring. She's choosing not to re-up. It seems like she's going to go into retirement. I didn't know she was 71 years old. Like, I see pictures of her and for 71, she looks fan-freaking-tastic. She only looks like 10 years older than me. Not really, but I mean, I aged horribly. But she's apparently planning on stepping down at the end of this year. What does that mean? Who's stepping up? I've seen rumors floating around that possibly Dave Filoni would be the one to step up into that role. He's been a part of a lot of the Star Wars universe stuff, especially with the new things, and he's been behind a lot of great stuff. I mean, so it would seem only natural, like a natural progression fit for him. So hearing that name thrown around, Dave Filoni, kind of makes sense, man. And, you know, Kathleen Kennedy in her own right has done some good stuff for Star Wars. I think people will always hang the bad things on her more heavily, but, you know, a lot of good stuff happened under her tenure, and I think we should be, you know, like, not everything's gonna always be a hit, man. Like, you know, your favorite sports team's not always a world champion every year, right? Same with the movies, man. Like, especially when you start getting into movies like this, like in Marvel, like the superhero universe and the Star Wars universe, where they're not just making 3 movies max. they're trying to tell a like they're trying to tell a television series long story through movies, like seasons of movies to tell a complete story. It worked really well the first time up to like the first Avengers movie, and they've really been chasing that ever since. So to me, that is such a grand, epic scale of storytelling. Like, yeah, it's freaking hard, and it makes sense that they're not all going to be bangers, right? Same with Star Wars, I think also, though, they kind of struggled with the sequels because there was not really a cohesive, like, story they wanted to tell. I think they were just trying to figure it out as they went, which was ultimately detrimental to the Star Wars sequel trilogy, because it just kind of didn't know, to me, it didn't know what it was. And while I enjoyed each movie individually as a cohesive trio of films, I don't think it works quite as well because of how it kind of got thrown back and forth between, we're going to go this way, or we're going to go this way, or we're going to go back this way. And so it is what it is on that. The last bit of nifty nerd news that I have for you guys today, as I pull up some of the stuff right there, was a new Pokemon Presents. If you don't know what Pokemon Presents is, it's the yearly YouTube video that they do that kind of, well, I say yearly, but it's the Pokemon video that they use to kind of showcase, hey, what's going on, where are we going next, and how are things progressing in the Pokemon universe. And there was some pretty big news, at least as far as I was concerned. They announced a couple of things, excuse me, just like updates to some games, like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, some new Pokemon that you can get, adding to the trading card game Pocket, which I'm a big fan of right now, and they added a new booster set to that called Triumphant Light, and it's been a blast. Arceus is in this, and I've been collecting. Actually, I just got like the big 3D art Arceus card. RJ helped me pull it, which was amazing, and it looks fantastic. Those are my favorite cards in there. They're like the kind of cards, like the artwork, you can go inside the artwork, and there's like a whole world inside the picture, which is really cool and fun. And it's something like really great that you can do with the digital cards like that. The trading card game proper is adding Mega EX cards into the mix now, so that's going to be really interesting. Pokemon Concierge, which is really an amazing Netflix series that's kind of like part claymation, part just relaxing adventure. That's getting some new episodes coming this September, which I'm really excited about. I need to go back and finish season 1. I don't know why I stopped. It was nothing, not for anything bad. It just, I watched like 3 episodes and then I got pulled away. Pokemon Go's adding some stuff. Masters EX, like there's so many games to it, man. But the big news to come out of the Pokemon Presents, or at least for me, is updates for Pokemon Legends Z to A, which is taking place in Lumio City as it's undergoing construction to make it, better for people in Pokemon. And it kind of seems like, hey, you're going to be involved in some of that, or just be in while this is all happening. That's kind of like the initial story that they're presenting to us. And one of the cool things that they've shown is couple of the cool things that they've shown us is the starters and some of how battling is going to work. So the starters they announced is going to be grass type Chikorita, fire type Tepig, and water type Totodile. Sorry, I feel like I said type really weird. It's because RJ's singing Moana songs in the background. So Chikorita, which I'm a huge fan of, Tepig, which is cool, not my favorite fire type, and Totodile, which is a badass water type. Still not my favorite. I think out of these 3, Chikorita is definitely my favorite, but also I kind of lean towards grass type Pokemon anyway. I'm more of a grass trainer. Huge Bulbasaur stan, so yeah, you get it. But what's really cool, after that, they announced, of course, we're getting Mega Evolutions in this game, but the battling and like the fighting system that's going to be happening with this game. RJ, what are you doing? He's like dancing and singing to Maui's song from Moana. Like, take it back to the bed.
sorry.
It's okay. Just because I'm trying to talk on a microphone, son. You're welcome. Okay. But so back to Pokemon Legends. So one of the aspects to battling that they have added is the ability to help your Pokemon dodge attacks. So one of the big things from like the anime that you would always see is like trainers would yell to their Pokemon, dodge, like move out of the way, like, do something smarter than just sitting there and tanking a hit, right? And so now in Pokemon Legends, it looks like the Pokemon will actually kind of follow you a bit. And so in the last Legends game, Arceus, whenever you were doing wild encounters and you weren't doing like a I guess gym style battle, like you could move around as your Pokemon fought. And so like as your Pokemon was fighting like a wild Pokemon or something like a wild encounter, you could run around, but it wouldn't do anything. Like your Pokemon would just sit there and just take a hit. But now in Pokemon Legends Z to A, it looks like when you move, your Pokemon follows you. So it's allowing you a chance to kind of force a miss there. So have a little bit more skill versus just like trying to power up your evasiveness with moves to make it harder to hit. And then it looks like the way that moves work now, like your fighting moves, they're on a timer or have like a kind of like a recharge delay. It reminds me a lot of, I can't remember what Final Fantasy it was, but it's like you could completely move. It's turn-based, but your moves were like time-based and recharge rate based. So if it took so long for a move to recharge, then, you couldn't use that move until it was done recharging. And so that's kind of how it did the turn-based stuff. So, I'm guessing specking into agility or stuff like that will make your moves refresh faster. Who knows? Strength with so it seems like it's going, but this is me speculating, of course, but it seems like it could be potentially going a more RPG route where you can like really spec into your Pokemon and really like adjust, like min-max your quote unquote Pokemon builds. So I don't know. I'm pretty excited for this. Oh, thank you, RJ. Sorry if that's getting a little chaotic with him in the background. I don't know. I was excited for this Pokemon presents because I was really excited to see what was going to be said about Pokemon Legends. From what I can tell right now, I'm really excited for this game. I can't wait to see it, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. I haven't bought or purchased. I haven't paid for or purchased a game for my Switch in a long time. And of course, we now know that Nintendo has announced the Switch 2, which I'm sure this is going to be coming out because I believe the Switch 2 is coming out sometime later this year as well. So Pokemon Legends would be great to add this to the collection and be my first Switch 2 game. But I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. But that's all I got for you guys for the Nifty Nerd News. Next, we are going to talk about what I want to review for this week. And I actually have something new. I have a video game I want to talk about. All right, guys, thanks for sticking around for the review portion of the Bry-Fy podcast. Today, I wanted to talk about Marvel Rivals because I finally I didn't talk myself. A coworker, friend at work, finally kind of talked me into it. Basically, he was talking about the game, and it got me watching YouTube videos about it. And then after watching some gameplay, I just finally broke down. And you know what? I had actually downloaded it. I just haven't played it. And I got like 3 or 4 games downloaded onto my Xbox that I just, like, I can't bring myself to press start on for whatever reason. Of course, The Division 2, which is like my favorite game right now, or forever, always takes up time because they're always updating it. They're always adding new, like, missions and stuff to do. So, I find a lot of satisfaction in that and completing those things, and that's like my really time suck. But so the fact that I got off of that to play Marvel Rivals is a big deal. And Marvel Rivals really is just Overwatch. I mean, there's no other way to put it. Like, we're getting into the review portion of that, right? Like, it is literally just Overwatch. And I gotta tell you, it does a great job of just being Overwatch, but with Marvel player skins. Kind of like how, Fortnite is its own thing, but I was gonna say, like how Fortnite is has these amazing skins, so you get to play with these cool characters on Fortnite. What, buddy?
What happened?
What happened? What's wrong?
What happened to charge?
Well, go charge your phone. Go plug it in. Okay? Right. But so yeah, like just Overwatch with cool character skins is all Marvel Rivals is, but it's fun, dude. Like, so I mean, I haven't played Overwatch in a long time, so I don't know what some of the differences are, but I can tell you that I'm having a really good time with it. And it has a lot of characters to choose from. I will say I wish there were some more villains on the list. It's mostly heroes with the Marvel Rivals roster. But I mean, there's a few, like, okay, there might be like 2 villains on here, and the rest are just kind of questionable anti-heroes. But it's fun, man. I've had a real good time with it. I thought my first difficulty was trying to figure out which character to play and like start as like my main character. And I wanted it to be Black Widow so bad because she's a sniper, and I really like sniping, and I loved sniping in Overwatch. But she doesn't play quite like how the sniper in Overwatch played. What is her name? The purple girl. I cannot remember these. Like, it's been so long since I played Overwatch. I'm not going to remember these names except for like 2 maybe. And so I tried Black Widow at first, and turned out I was not very good with her. And she's actually a very difficult character to play with. I think on the star rating, she's a 4 out of 5 difficulty. And so I was like, okay, that's not going to work. Well, let's try the Punisher. He's a lot simpler. I think he was a 2 out of 5, like a 1 or a 2 difficulty star rating. And he uses an assault rifle. Makes sense. And he's got a turret and things like that. So he's very good firepower. And tried him out. And it went all right, but he's very slow. And so I was struggling with the speed of that. And then I decided to try a support character, and the support character I went with was Luna Snow. She's to me, I think she's like a newer character. I believe she's a mutant, if I'm not mistaken. And I don't really remember too much. I remember when when I got introduced to Luna Snow, it was like maybe a year or 2 back. And she's like a Korean pop star / superhero, and that really shows in here. But she's a support and a healer character, who does an okay amount of damage. But what I really like about her is that she has like a speed movement. And so that makes me a lot more nimble on the field, where I can move around, jump around and stuff. And, the ability to heal and focus more on healing versus damage kind of works out better in my favor. Like when I play a lot of RPG games. Yeah, no, whatever room, buddy.
Daddy,
what?
no focus room.
No focus room. I'm not sending you to the focus room.
No.
That's something in the school. That's not something here. So don't think I'm crazy.
No
Yeah, no, we're not going to school. We're not going to the focus room. Tomorrow's Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah, you're staying home.
Okay, and no more focus room.
No more focus room.
That's right.
Okay. I love you.
I love you too.
All right.
Right.
Okay. You better stop.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, Dad.
You're okay. You're okay. But so yeah, playing Luna Snow is a lot of fun. I enjoy her powers. I enjoy her healing abilities. And honestly, it just kind of works. Like, I got MVP one match with her. And so I was like, yep, this is my main character now. I am a healer. And that will forever be my life. But I'm not mad about it because I enjoy the healing aspect of the game and being supportive. She has an ultimate power, which allows her to do like super healing or add damage boost. And I can swap between the two based on what's going. And like, I'm still kind of learning the nuances of that to be a more effective support player. But as far as like picking up a character and going with it, Luna Snow was very easy, very rewarding. I'm picking up kills, getting heals, and racking up points, man. So I'm hoping to really get good with this character, and then kind of like, slowly work with other characters to try to put them into the mix and see, because I want to try like Black Panther and Spider-Man, but both look very difficult to play. And so we'll see. And I want to be good with Black Widow, so I'm gonna always keep going back to Black Widow and trying to be a sniper, because I enjoy being a sniper. It's fun and it's rewarding when you one shot a character from like across the map. You know, you're just like, I'm unstoppable, until they figure out where you're at, and then they just like harass you for the entire game. But yeah, so I've been having a lot of fun with Marvel Rivals. If it's free to play, which is really great. And so if you have an Xbox, PlayStation, or PC, you can download it, start playing now. Of course, you want to get like cool skins for the characters, like costumes and things. You got to put money into the game. That's how these games work, which means my character will be plain Jane the entire time. There's like, I want to try Squirrel Girl because I like Squirrel Girl, and her character seems really interesting and kind of difficult. It seems difficult to play, but I don't know. But I've seen just a lot of cool characters on here, and I do want to try as many as that I can and see like who I'm good with and who I can learn to be better with. But right now, huge fan of Luna Snow. I tried playing Penny Parker, the like Robo Spider Girl. I guess she's kind of like Diva from Overwatch, but I didn't like how slow her character was. I don't know. It didn't feel right. Luna Snow feels right. Like just the speed of the character and attacks and everything feels good, and that's why I like playing as Luna Snow. But as far as a rating goes for Marvel Rivals, I give it a positive charge, man. This is definitely a game worthy of checking out, especially if you're a fan of Overwatch. I feel like there's no reason why you shouldn't check it out, especially if you're a fan of Overwatch. And because to me, it's just like Overwatch with new skin. Like, that sounds weird, but, you know, Overwatch with a different hat. That sounds more child-friendly. Anyway, that's all that I have for you guys this week on the Bry-Fy podcast. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you, RJ, for being on the mic and singing for us and just being a complete nuisance the whole time. But that's what makes it fun, man. That's like what makes being here fun, because you know, I save these recordings and, you know, I put them out into the world for you guys, but then I save them on a hard drive for the family with all the bloopers and the things that I edit out. Because believe me, as much as this sounds like I'm just flying from the hip start to finish, it's edited, guys. I put at least 5 minutes into editing each episode, and I'm sure there'll be some parts that I've kind of taken out from this, but will be saved on my hard drive for me and my family to have for years to come, and for my son to have when he's grown up. And then I will embarrass him by forcing him to listen to him as a 9-year-old, just singing Moana and whatever anime intro songs into a recording mic. Anyway, we'll see you guys next week. Bry-Fy out.